We talk a lot about sales pages on this channel, but one of the things we haven't talked about very much is getting people to your sales pages. How do people actually find you? Now, for a lot of us, social media is one of the most effective ways to do this. So today we're going to talk about the essential graphics, content, and plan that you need to support your launch, gain a competitive advantage, and not just post, but turn your audience into buyers without wanting to tear your hair out. Hi folks, if we haven't met before, my name is Wayne. I am a creative director and a brand designer, and I help entrepreneurs to evolve their brand to the next level. Okay, first some straight talk. Here's the real tea. For me, social media is somewhere between a fascinating marketing science and a horrifying dark art. Now today we're not going to go into a whole in-depth social media strategy. We are just talking about how to use social media to support your launch. We are all about keeping it simple with maximum impact. With that in mind, there's a couple of things I wanted to mention. Now first of all, this whole plan can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. Yes, we know that posting multiple times a day can get you more eyes on your stuff. But that sometimes it's just not sustainable for people. So we're going to approach it from a very simple point of view and look at the essential things that I think you need to support people in that journey. The second thing I wanted to mention is that we're going to be looking basically at Instagram posts, and you can use the same strategy for Reels, etc. But one of the things to remember is that most of the time people discover your stuff while scrolling through their feed. So they're never going to see all of your posts all at once. And even if they do visit your profile on Instagram, they see a maximum of 9 to 12 posts at any given time. So actually, we're just going to work on getting 9 to 12 posts created, and that will be enough to fill your feed and support your launch without it becoming overwhelming. And number 3, remember that consistent branding, whether it be fonts, colors, images, etc., is really important in creating brand recognition. But we all know that creating content for social media can be really time-consuming and can be overwhelming with everything else that we have to do. One of the easiest ways to get around that is to find the right templates that you can use to customize and personalize for your brand, and just reuse those templates by changing some of the elements on them so that it doesn't become a task of creating everything from scratch every time you sit down to create social media posts. So the simple strategy behind this social media plan to support your launch is to use the same idea as a sales page, to take people on a journey and show them all the things that they need to know to make them feel comfortable buying from you. So with that in mind, let's have a look at the things that I think are essential for us to have as social media posts to support our launch. So the first thing we need is before we even kick off our launch, and that's to have something that gives us a way of teasing and getting people excited about what's coming. Something that just gives them a countdown of when it's happening or a deadline, or if you're using Reels or Stories, you could have something that allows them to add a calendar reminder. Something that just builds the excitement before you actually start talking to them about the launch itself. Another way of doing a kind of teaser that works incredibly well for people is to give people a sneak peek, give them a little look behind the curtain, so to speak. So that could be an over-the-shoulder video, or it could just be showing them a grab or a photograph of you working on the new product. Things like that get people excited, and it gives them a little bit of an insight into what goes on behind the scenes, which really draws people in. The second thing we need, obviously, is an announcement. We need to let people know that your program, your offer, your course is out there. And one of the things that's really important with this is because we're working in an online medium, it's kind of important to do something that brings this to life for people so they feel that it's real, that it's not just a kind of concept in the ether. And that's why so many people use these kind of devices as mock-ups and put grabs into the devices, because it makes it feel a little more real. Otherwise, the key thing is to let them know what this is called and to make sure that there is a big announcement that enrollment is open or sales are open, to make sure that people don't miss it. This is just about making a big splash and getting them to see that it's available. Just like with your sales page, one of the other important things is to really connect with people so that they can see you really understand them, that your solution is designed specifically for them. And one of the best ways to do that is to show them that you understand what they're going through. So one of the posts that can be really useful is just something that simply connects with them in a way that says, this is a list of the kind of things I know you're going through. It just makes them feel like this is for them and that you really get them. So it's something that shouldn't be overlooked, is just reinforcing that you do know what they're going through and touching on those pain points. The next thing that I think is really important is to have something that's inspirational. There's a reason that inspirational quotes and things still work so well on social media. People want to feel inspired. They don't just want to feel that this is a practical solution. So having something in there that just gives them a quote or a statement in a very simple way, but that makes them feel inspired, can be really helpful in drawing people in and making them feel positive about what you're presenting. The next thing, as with the sales page, is that we want them to really visualize what they can do if they succeed with our product. So we're going to talk about the outcomes. What are the possible outcomes that they can achieve by using our product or attending our course or taking our training? So this again is just a simple list with some kind of image to attract attention and to stop the scroll. But this is basically just to help them visualize how incredible their life could be if they actually use our product or attend our training, etc. The next thing that I think is really important is to give them a bit of insight. Show them that you really know your stuff. This is where you would add some value. You would tell them a kind of sneak peek into what you would be teaching them on the program or in your training. This is where you would show them that you know this area of business so that they feel like they're in safe hands. You could do this just with a heading and a really simple list, which makes it easy for people to take in the information, doesn't become too busy. Or we know that carousels work really well on social media at the moment. So you could use a template like this where you have a carousel slide that you could just change the number at the top. It feels like one consistent long scroll, but gives you enough space to add some insight, add some information in here so that people know you really know what you're talking about and that they're in safe hands if they buy from you. If you do find that you struggle to design these kind of graphics or templates, or even struggle to find the right templates for you to use, I've created a suite of social media templates for you to use to support your launch. Now, as you know, I've just launched my Canva sales page templates. It's the first collection, and as part of this launch, I am actually offering a bonus of a full social media pack that's designed and styled in line with the design of that sales page. It gives you all of the slides and templates that you need in Canva to create everything that you could possibly want to support your launch for posts and also for reels or stories. So it becomes incredibly easy for you to just use those templates designed specifically for this use and based on the most used templates from all of my years of client work. And you can customize them for your brand quickly and easily rather than having to start from scratch. Just go to the link in the description below this video and you can go and have a look at the sales page collection. And as I say, if you purchase any of those sales page templates, you will also get for free the bonus of a social media pack with 30 curated designs in 2 different sizes. So back to the posts that we need. The next thing, of course, which I always talk about is social proof. It's so important because it makes people feel like they're seeing results from people like them, which is a very convincing argument. People are more likely to trust other people like them and friends and peers than they are to trust you in what you say about yourself. And you can create something very simple just to highlight great things people have said. Or if you have a product that you're offering, you could have product reviews so that they can read those and again feel like they are trusting someone else as well. The next thing, which we've talked about a few times, is introducing an element of scarcity. Now, this again is not about manipulating people. This is just about letting people know that this is a limited offer, so that enrollment closes or that the special offer is ending. You just want something that is a direct call to action that basically tells them to join now, gives them a single strong statement or some kind of element that implies that there is a countdown, and just prompts them to take action. The next kind of post that I think is really important and people often overlook is just to give people some breathing room. Now, this can be something as simple as a very plainly designed slide with just one word on it. It could just be a video of something that's really simple and breaks up the feed, especially when you're giving them lots of information over a short period of time. But it could also just be a single photograph, something that really just breaks up all of that information and makes it feel like there's a breathing room on your feed or on your grid so that people take a breath and just get away from so much information bombarding them briefly. It's a great way of breaking it up but still having content in your actual caption. So don't overlook using something as simple as a photograph or a simple slide just to break up and give some breathing room to your feed. And then the last thing that I think is kind of important, especially with social media and Instagram, is to think about creating something that's shareable. Now, as I said earlier, things that are shared the most are still things that add huge value, so insights, and then things that are quotes, things that are inspirational quotes or strong statements, strong opinions, something that somebody else would think about sharing on their site or on their grid. Now, let's be honest, people are unlikely to share one of your posts that says, "Hey, buy from me." It's just not something people do unless they really know you. But people will often share things that just connect with them, strong statements, quotes, or opinions, and you can create something simply designed that you know that other people would be happy to share on their grid. It's a really clever way of just getting your message out there and also making sure that people are engaging with your posts, which obviously helps with the dreaded algorithm. So if we have a look at those templates that we just went through, if you took those in Canva and just created 3 of each of them, spent a couple of hours batching all of that content and just clicking and dragging photographs in and changing colors, you would have enough to post every single day for a month, or every second day for 2 months. That gives you way more than you need just to support your launch on social media. Now, obviously, if you are really focused on social media and it's a big part of what you could do multiple posts a day. But you don't have to. You can keep things simple just to support your launch, but make sure that you take people on a journey so that once they do discover you, by the time they've seen a few of your posts, they feel like they can trust you and they feel like they're ready to buy from you. Of course, if you're in a position where you are going to launch something and you need a sales page, as I mentioned before, my Canva sales page templates, the collection is now launched and it's available on my website. The link is in the description below the video or on the screen right now. Also, during this launch period, we are offering a promo code for a discount, but that's only available to subscribers and people who are on our mailing list. So if you're not on that list yet, there is still time to get that promo code. Just go to the description below the video and join the newsletter, or go to the link on the screen right now, and you can sign up, and in the next couple of days you will receive an email with your promo code so that you can get a discount on the sales page and also the bonus social media pack that comes with it for this launch period only. That's it, folks. I hope this has helped. I hope you can see that it can support you in having a simple approach to social media if you find it overwhelming. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you think that there's anything missing from what I've talked about as the essential parts to support your launch. And otherwise, have a lovely week.